China has issued a new urban planning guideline. CCTV's Pan Dong joins us now from Beijing with more.
Yes, Mike. The guideline says roads in new residential communities should be open to the public. It comes on the heels of December's Central Urban Work Conference. Under the guideline, new open residential communities would be joined with public roads. Communities that are currently closed to everyone but residents would gradually open. The aim of opening communities is to better utilize urban land and optimize the urban road network. Some urban planning experts have concerns that the new move may not be in line with the property law.
You cannot just pull down the fences and say it's an open community. A lot of rules need to be set regarding what types of properties should be open. There's a legal problem in that. These are commercial residential buildings, and since I bought, I own the roads. How can this be resolved?
So far, details of how the policy of opening up the gated residential communities will be implemented have not been released yet. Mike?
What about community residents? How are they responding to this?
Well, the guideline has generated heated debate indeed. A poll by news portal Sina.com shows 76% of some 30,000 users opposed the idea, and 87% said they would demand compensation from the government if their gated communities were to be opened.
I am worried about safety. This might be all right in downtown Shanghai, but the crime risk in the suburban areas is high. I wouldn't be willing to live in an open community.
I support the idea in terms of the land itself, because we have to utilize resources and share them. But there need to be improvements in the laws so that they will be acceptable to the public.
Some residents say guideline may face some practical problems. It will require step-by-step solutions from the government. Other major news across China. In Beijing, Premier Li Keqiang says China seeks greater cooperation with the World Bank. Premier Li Keqiang made a comment as he hosted World Bank President Jim Yong Kim. Premier Li said China had maintained steady growth despite slowing world economic growth. He also cited challenges of decreasing international trade and fierce fluctuations in financial markets. However, he said World Bank can help China explore new driving forces for economic growth. Kim's visit came ahead of the G20 finance ministers meeting in Shanghai. He says the World Bank will stay in close contact with China for a better world economic outlook. A China-led space gravitational wave detection project is recruiting researchers from around the world. The Tianqin project centers on research of key technologies in space gravitational wave detection. To make the projects more competitive, global talents are sought with an annual salary of more than $150,000. And nature's hidden surprises never fail to amaze. It has delivered a rare sighting in China. Caught on an infrared remote camera, a wild giant panda in a northern forest in Shanxi province. What makes it so striking is that pandas are rarely sighted outside South China. Almost all wild pandas thrive only in Sichuan province. Researchers say the photographed panda appears healthy and growing. Last but not least, a kind reminder, China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology will hold a press conference at 10 a.m. Beijing times. That's about 15 minutes away. It will focus on stabilizing industrial growth and readjusting China's economic structures. And CCTV News will provide you live coverage on that. And that's all for me now. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Pan Dong, live in Beijing. Thanks so much.